Hey everyone, it's Scotia, and today's video is going to be studying tips for finals. It's final season, nobody wants it to be here, but we have to get through them. So these are a few tips that'll hopefully make the process for studying for finals easier for you. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, starting off, there are a few basic stationery type things that you should probably have if you really want to stay organized and study for finals effectively. The first of these is a binder. I freaking love binders because my teachers give us a lot of loose papers throughout the year that have really important information. Especially, I'm taking chemistry right now, and we get sheets of paper in each unit that have like a lot of really good information to study off of. And so in a binder, you just put them all in. Then on your finals day, you can study everything. All the necessities are right there. The next thing that is super essential is a notebook. This is a 5-subject notebook by 5-Star Mead. I have 6 finals this year because I'm taking 6 academic classes. So with 5 subjects, I can have a lot of information here, and then I can just have one extra little notebook if I need it. What's really good about this notebook is that it has folders in it. So if you have any loose papers, like I would put it in my binder, but you just want to put it in your notebook for some reason, then you have the folders right there, right by the subject that you want, and it's just really convenient. So my first actual tip is to write things down. This is probably the most important study tip, I think. Writing things down for me, it just helps me memorize a lot easier. So if I write something down like a math rule or a Spanish vocab word, it makes me remember better. Step number 2 is color coding. I have a bunch of these pens called Le Pen. Best thing that's ever happened to this entire planet. Color coding can help you kind of organize your ideas, and it also makes it easier for you to find information that you're really looking to find. If you're struggling in one area, you can put it in red and just focus on red until you get it. Or if a certain chapter is like one color and another chapter is the next color, then you can remind yourself, oh, I'm looking for the Great Awakening in history. That's blue. Oh, I'm looking for the First World War. Another color. So that's really helpful for me too. Another way to color code is using highlighters. This is good if you write everything in black pen, but you really need to remember this one thing. Like, I need to know how to conjugate AR verbs in the preterite. So I'm gonna highlight this in yellow. Or my teacher said that this is probably going to be on my final essay, so I'm gonna highlight this in pink. So you can kind of pinpoint major things that you're going to need to know, and then you can focus on those as well. My next tip would be to create flashcards. These are really good for memorizing specific terms or anything like really specific that you should know, like dates, symbols, anything like that. So these can be physical flashcards, which you can also color code, or an app that I really like. My school has iPads, so I use Quizlet a lot. Quizlet, you can make your own flashcards. They're online or on the app, and you put all the terms that you want in it, and then you can test yourself on them, learn. You can play games with the terms, and it's just a really good way to learn the terms. For tip number 5, this one's kind of weird, but making songs. Doing songs, poems, rhymes of any kind, really. It really makes you remember the terms. This is really good for history, especially because you can rhyme the years of things with key words that'll help you remember what actually happened. And then when you're in your final, you can sing the song to yourself and remember, oh yeah, Bacon's Rebellion, 1676, I got this, and then you're gonna ace it. So yeah, make songs, because let's be real, that's how I get through all of my tests. My final tip would be go to your teacher. I know at my school, my teachers are always willing to help, if you are really struggling, you really don't understand a certain concept, schedule a meeting with them. They will be happy to go over something with you. I know that I've done this in the past because I haven't gotten a very good grade on a test and I don't know why. I go in, meet with them. It makes it so much easier to carry on with the subject, because if you don't understand a building block of that subject early on in the semester or anywhere really, then you're not going to get the rest of what you're learning after it. So if you're really struggling with just one thing, you just can't get it no matter who you ask, what you look up, then I would really suggest going to your teachers, because they're always there to help, and oftentimes it's really, really beneficial. So this is just, now it's kind of like a list of things prepping to go into your final that aren't really studying type tips. First thing, get sleep. I know it's really hard, especially if you're cramming or anxious or anything, to get any kind of sleep, but you're going to do really bad if you're sleeping during your final. There really is no point in cramming and making yourself exhausted trying to learn all this stuff when you can't even wake up to go take the test. It would actually be more beneficial to go to bed earlier, and then if you really need to study something before your test that day, wake up a little bit earlier, start your day earlier, and go over it in the morning or before your test starts, because that's just a lot easier. Another thing that'll make the morning of your finals easier is if you plan out what you're going to wear the next day. I know I would really like to wear sweatpants and a hoodie and Uggs to my final. I would do that if I didn't have a dress code. If you can do that, you are so lucky. But if you don't, plan your outfit ahead of time. That way you can spend more time studying beforehand, like the night before, get to sleep early. Then if you need to wake up earlier, you also don't have to wake up early to plan your outfit. You can just study a lot in your pajamas, get your clothes on, get out the door, and ace your final. Eat a really good breakfast, because you don't want to be hungry while you're taking a test. That's obviously super distracting. It's happened to me too many times. And don't stress. Stressing about finals is going to hurt you in the long run. Really be positive in your mindset, because if you say, I'm going to ace this final, I'm going to ace this final, and you just picture it in your mind, you're going to ace your final. Really, mentality is a lot of what happens in your life. I am a very firm believer in that. So just believe in yourself, because if you're positive and believe in yourself and go in there knowing you're prepared because you've studied, then you're going to do well. If you go in there, oh, I hate this final, I hate everything, I hate the world, and you're just down on yourself, I'm gonna fail this, you're not going to do well. So stay positive, stay healthy, don't do freaking all-nighters, and do the best that you can. Yeah. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and found some of these tips helpful. I hope that your finals go really well. Like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want me to do next. Good luck on your finals, and I'll see you next time. Bye.